Back, everybody, to TB Sports 27 as we are getting ready for the final game of the divisional round of the RXFL playoffs. One conference championship is set, and we've had some upsets. In fact, the number 1 and the number 2 seed have both been defeated in the American Conference. Your American Championship game, the Toronto Huskies and the Sacramento Redwoods, in a rematch of one of the best shootout quarterback duels in RXFL history. You guys are going to get the rematch between Lamar Jackson and Otto Graham. But first, we got to determine the national championship game, and it is going to be the Chicago Wolverines, who are another team that went streaking this year. They started off 9-0, far and away one of the best teams in the league. They then lost 5 in a row. We have our good buddy Alpha Sapphire joining us here for the chat in this stream. They're going to be going up against the 15-1 dominant Portland Lumberjacks. So to be argued, two of the better teams of the league, the 9-0 team and the 15-1 team, I don't believe they played each other all season long. I think we looked at that, didn't we? And then we saw they didn't play each other, so this will be a first-time matchup. The winner will go to the national championship game and play the St. Louis Rhinos. So it has come down to, let's see if they've played each other at all here. And you can kind of see what the Wolverines have done. And you see where they had the big winning streak here. 9 in a row before losing a bunch, 5 in a row, and then ending on a 2-game winning streak, but just barely. And they have not played the Lumberjacks at all. So this should be a good one as we conclude the divisional round in the RXFL postseason. How have you guys enjoyed it so far? After this, we will be down to just 4 games remaining in the RXFL. So we'll probably take a little break from some RXFL stuff. We'll use that as an excuse to knock out some more Denver Broncos seasons, as I want to get a couple more seasons of that wrapped up. And then we'll jump into, we've kind of talked about a little bit. We talked about on the early episodes or all that. It is, I think we're going to go with doing one more season here on Madden 20, and then maybe transitioning to another Madden somewhere down the line. So with that being said, a second season, which we'll try to get through it a little quickly. I didn't realize this whole season took about 2 years. We debuted this November 2021, thereabouts. So it's been about 2 years that this has been in the making. But we're getting down to it. The RXFL will finish up. Then what we're going to do, we'll get some WWE 2K. We'll finish up Rey Mysterio's Showcase. We'll get back to Universe mode because we got Survivor Series where WWE is going to be sold. We'll get back into the Denver Broncos franchise and maybe some NBA Playgrounds. And that could be a good excuse to get back into some college football and do a few more seasons of the Utah Utes dynasty, if you guys want to see the conclusion of that one, as well as some more arena football and what have you. So here we go. They added in press conference, hire sign scouts. I have heard about the scouting. I've heard mixed reviews on the scouting thing, that you can hire scouts to do the scouting, but you can't necessarily pick what they will scout. I don't know how true that is or not, but that's what I've heard, that you're hiring a scout, but if you want to say go scout these quarterbacks, you can't do that, is what I've heard. So we'll have to get some more verification on that. But there you see Cam Newton coming out. He's the backup because Russell Wilson is the main guy here as they led this Broncos clad. They're going to wear the all brown here in this one, as they got Bronco players left and right on this squad. And there you see it, the national championship. Either Chicago or Portland are going to take on the St. Louis Rhinos, and it can go either way. Again, 15-1 Portland. It's like FIFA where they scout different positions. Okay, so I guess they do scout positions. Okay, well, that's interesting. I have to see how that all plays out, because as you guys know from watching my playthroughs, I do kind of just blow through the scouting. I'll wait for 1 week and just do a bunch of it. So here we go. Two of the best teams in the league getting ready to clash on this final divisional round game. 15-1 Portland Lumberjacks going up against the 11-5 Chicago Wolverines. Does not get any bigger than this. We'll see how Russell Wilson and the rest perform. I don't think any major injuries that we had to look at on either of these two squads. Barry Sanders is supposed to be back. And so Junior Seau is the big injury, but yeah. And that we had the talk. I might stick to 22. That's what a lot of people are doing. It's why are people, the conversation is why do we spend $60 every year on a roster update kind of thing? And that's, I can get a lot of good years, 5-6 good years out of playing one Madden before I get to the new one. I know people, and maybe it hurts my viewership. I've mentioned that by playing an older game, but it's like I'm not going to drop $60, and then I wouldn't be able to spend 2 years on doing the RXFL or spend 12 seasons on the Denver Broncos franchise, because the new game would come out. You'd have to buy the new game, so, this is what it is. But here we go. Russell Wilson, Portland Lumberjacks. We were talking about Barry Sanders coming back, and there's a sack. Warren Sapp. There we go, coming in and getting the sack. We were mentioning that Barry Sanders coming back, and it's kind of an interesting debate because normally you get Barry Sanders, you're using him. But Todd Gurley, in relief of Barry Sanders, has been absolutely incredible. And whether they find a way to incorporate both or not, Rod Smith, that one hit the fingertips and falls incomplete. So a 3 and out for the Lumberjacks. Their only loss on the year was to the Columbus Aviators. And that's another one, Alpha Sapphire. The Aviators nickname did make it through as well. And they got some different uniforms in relocation. Steve Smith. So it's 15-1 against a team that was 9-0 at one point. So, I mean, something's got to give in this first-time matchup. See the numbers for Joe Theismann, then the quarterback. Leading the way here for your Chicago Wolverines. Pulled off the win in the wild card round. Got the victory and is able to move on here. We're going to see if another top-seeded team goes down. Both of them in the American Conference went right out. And there's Barry Sanders back in the mix. We'll see they get him accustomed to it, but he does not get too much on the ground there. So here's a look at your Wolverine offense. And you see Todd Gurley, and we'll see if Barry Sanders doesn't get going or what have you. If they get Todd Gurley back into the mix at all. Of course, the Wolverines, they knocked off the Dallas Desperados in that first-round game. And, again, not much. Barry Sanders, and, we've seen Barry Sanders struggle. He had that one playoff game, right, where he had, 4 rushing yards. Maybe you have to do it before the preseason, Alpha. I don't know because I don't have the game, but I remember that Mr. Hurricane did the relocation during preseason, so maybe that's what you have to do. If you sim through the preseason, it might be too late. Because I think you got to do it before the preseason. Oh, my goodness, and there's a 3 and out, so the Lumberjacks hold tight there. I'm interested to play a second season here because I want to know what kind of, if there's going to be any trades or if there's going to be any kind of moving and stuff. And I also don't know if anyone's going to build a Legends roster. The reason I'm also playing this Madden, I've not played Madden 21, so I couldn't, confirm or deny. The last Madden I had before this one was Madden 12, which I did like a whole lot. So I guess I'd put Madden 12 up there, even though they have the rookie shoulder pad glitch. But that's, again, one reason why we're playing this Madden is because someone built this really cool Legends roster with all these Legends. And I've been doing this kind of league for a long time, and that's something, we could easily do, we could go back to NFL 2K5, which is where this league started all those many years ago. Or we could go to the college football games where they have the create a team. And unfortunately, the servers are down on the newer college football games on 14 and stuff. So you can't play or make any created teams. So that's kind of a bummer that they took those down, because that kind of eliminates where, if that was the case, I would probably just play NCAA 14 and just do this league over there. But since they took the servers down, you can't build anything, then you're kind of out of luck on that. But the older college football games, 07 and 08, have, full-blown create a team. So the reason we're on Madden, though, is because we played 2K8, which was really enjoyable. And that's where we got the idea to use the legends. But there's only so many legends in this game, where in this Madden, somebody made a really, really good, fantastic legends roster that we're using here, and it allowed us to have 32 teams full of legends. And I don't know if the other Maddens have someone that built a roster class like that. And I don't know if Madden 24. I mean, it could be all well and good. Let's get Madden 24 and play with the new uniforms. But if somebody doesn't make a Legends roster, then we're out of luck. And I'd have to try to rebuild that roster as best I can as well. I don't know if I'm going to do it player for player, but I'll at least try to get some of the key players if they make a Legends roster on another team. Isn't there a free football game coming out? That I don't know of. I know there's a bunch of football games coming out. Like, we just had Legend Bowl come out. Maximum Football has been making a big push, and that's one I got my eyes open on, of one we could play for as far as relocation, custom uniform kind of stuff. I got my eyes on that one. And there's a lot of other ones, like a lot of former players that are making... I can't tell you the names off the top of my head, but there are quite a few different football games coming out. So I don't know off the top of my head, but let me know if you hit up a Google. Drop it in the chat here. Terrell Davis gets that first down, fighting with Warren Sapp.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Back to Terrell Davis, the ground game. Here's a look at your big... Yeah, Maximum Football. No, Maximum Football will not be free. I wish it was, but no. They're putting a lot of work into that from everything, from all accounts from what we've seen.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Out.
Wilson dumps it off, and there's your first down.
Come on, fellas.
Vincent Jackson, the great Vint Jackson, coming in there. He wants to get a pro football championship. Wilson, his group of Broncos, he wants to get another. And look at, double coverage. Incomplete. Maximum Football is announced as free? There's no way. There's no way. That's like a big time. I can't believe that. There's no way. Wilson. Oh, Russell Wilson. He's got one-on-one. Oh, my goodness. Tried to hit the spin, and Leonard Marshall knocks him out of bounds on 4th and 1. And it's Pete Carroll. Riverboat Pete Carroll. He is going to go for it here on 4th and 1. 15 and 1 Lumberjacks, and TD has the first down. How about that call?
Let's go. Let's do this.
TV Sports mascot Luna is here. Say hello, Luna.
Got double tight. Double tight.
And they're keeping Terrell Davis on lockdown right now. That's the first quarter coming to a close. We're looking for our first points of the game. Play fake. Wilson could not get rid of it. And that's one of the things I don't like about this Madden.
Good job.
Early access came out in PC in early spring. Are we? Hold on. It says Maximum Football Early Access PC pushback. Pushback to fall 2020. I don't think there's been an early access for it. Cuz they're just now like releasing screenshots and stuff. How about that? There's a touchdown. Like, they're just now starting to kind of put information out about it. This was posted in May. Maximum Football community, we cannot express our gratitude for the excitement and anticipation shown for Maximum Football. After much evaluation, the team has decided to move the early access release to fall of 2023. So within a couple months, that should be coming out. So not yet on the early access. And I still am hard-pressed to know if it's actually free or not. It does say entirely free to play. Now, when they say free to play, that could also mean they're going to hit you with a bunch of microtransactions, which I hope is not the case. That's what we got to get away from with these modern games. But it does say free to play. You are dead right on that. Which is shocking, because I have not heard that. I had not read that. But that's interesting.
Let's go, baby.
But I wonder what that means. Like I said, do they give you an exhibition mode? And you kind of have to, fend for yourself on that. And then buy the rest of the game. Oh my goodness, tipped away, incomplete. Theismann still 0 so far in this ball game.
56 is the mic. It's been a long day for you. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Nothing yet for Barry Sanders. And how long? And that's a decision we'll have to make too. How long until Todd Gurley gets back in there if Barry Sanders struggles? And I bet that's a sentence you never thought you would hear in pro football.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Theismann. Oh my goodness, that was a very tough play that Theismann made. How about it?
Come on, set. 60 or. Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Try it again with Barry Sanders, and still nothing for Sanders. This has been rough. This has been rough for Barry Sanders in the early going.
Here we go.
And incomplete Cam Jordan. Steve Jordan. I do that a lot. I'll see the name, and I'll be like, oh, that's that guy. And then I'll look at the roster sheet, and I'm like, Nice, NCAA roster. Okay. Well, there you go. Theismann loads up. The man that we used to call Dante Stallworth, but it is John Stallworth for the first down for your Chicago Wolverines.
Go! 15 line it. 15 line it. Watch the screen. Get it.
Play fake to Sanders. Out to Granger. And getting kind of the pitch and catch stuff down right now. So kind of warming up. They see Sean Payton going toe-to-toe on the other side of the field there with the Pete Carroll. And there you go. Barry Sanders finally getting a little something going here.
Keep playing hard. On the double. Over there, right? 52's the mic. You better be afraid of me. And I be afraid of me.
Dumps it off to Sanders, and that's what they need to do. That's what they're going to do here. Get Barry's confidence going a little bit with stuff like that, and then maybe he's ready to break out a big one. Might be the big one, Elizabeth. Big one might be coming here. There you go. There's Barry Sanders that we're used to. He's not losing that starting job back anytime soon. It'll be something if Barry Sanders get the touchdown on this drive. A game, this playout game that can go either way. Two powerhouses going at it. A former 9-0 team against a 15-1 team for the first time. And the winner will take on St. Louis in the national championship. Touchdown, Steve Smith. American Championship is sent. The Toronto Huskies will host the Sacramento Redwoods. St. Louis will host Chicago. If Chicago wins, or St. Louis will hit the road here to Portland if the Lumberjacks win. So either Portland and Toronto or St. Louis and Toronto will be hosting your conference finals. We'll see if the Lumberjacks can play this one well. This will be the final possession of the half. Try to wind this 5 minutes down. Don't allow another possession for the Chicago Wolverines.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And keep it up.
No one open. Russell Wilson makes his run. So we have 32 legendary quarterbacks, guys. We are down to 5 of them. Lamar Jackson, Otto Graham, Russell Wilson, Joe Theismann, and Jim Kelly. And of that mix, you're looking at 4 of them that are looking for their very first Super Bowl win. Now, Otto Graham has a lot of NFL championships to his name. Never won a Super Bowl. Didn't play in that era. Lamar Jackson is yet to win a Super Bowl. Joe Theismann. He won. Wait a minute. I may have misspoke. Theismann did win a Super Bowl, right, with Washington. He played in 2 of them, didn't he? Let me Google this. I want to say he won one. He won Super Bowl XVII against Miami. Did he play in 2 Super Bowls? Was he the quarterback against that Raiders Super Bowl team? The Raiders Washington one. So it was Washington Miami the second time they played, and then it was the Raiders Washington, and then later on it was Doug Williams that would win against the Broncos, and then it would be Mark Rippon that would win against the Cowboys. So, okay, well, Theismann's got one. Russell Wilson has one. Otto Graham does not. Lamar Jackson does not. So it's going to be interesting. Jim Kelly also does not have one. Won't leave him out. And Warren Sapp has had a big game today. Warren Sapp coming in for another huge sack. And can they get the snap away? It is now. We'll head to the 2-minute warning here. It is a 7-7 ball game. Two juggernauts going at it as expected. Seven to 7, your ball game here. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Lumberjacks. Wilson with pressure in his face. That one falls incomplete, looking for fellow Bronco Demaryius Thomas. And there you go. So what was a promising drive, they were looking to wind out the clock. It kind of stalls out here. Pat McAfee for the Brand boots it away. Allowing the return is not good for the Brand here. And Joe Theismann will have a minute 45 here with all the timeouts. Try to do something with it. Oh my God, that is this controller going crazy. If anyone wants to help me get a new controller, patreon.com/tvsports27. Theismann across the field. It's knocked down. Lance Briggs.
60 Pittsburgh. 56.
2nd down and 10. Woo! That was almost pick 6. They got to be careful, and it's 3rd and 10 already. So this has been a dud. So the Lumberjacks will get the ball back. So how about this? Unless they convert. Theismann, oh my goodness, he tried to run it. Didn't get too far. I mean, he tried it. It's Chris Hanberger. Portland will take the timeout here. Hey guys, we could have a Redwood Lumberjacks final. Can you believe it? The Wood Bowl, I think they would call it. We got to get Woodman from Mega Man to make an appearance at that thing. John Ryan on to punt.
We got this.
Luna, what are you chirping about? Can you hear her? She must see like a bug or something. Must see a bug. All right. Get in the field goal range. You take the lead. See what this 4-minute offense can do. Russell Wilson, the Goose. Oh my, look at the speed of Russell Wilson. Oh my God, that was almost a very dangerous play. Goose put the pressure onto Wilson there.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Second and 10. Wilson on the move. Oh, how did his spine practically bent to make that throw?
Get ready.
His spine was a pretzel to get that ball thrown.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Holy smokes. So empty set here. And Wilson, they got timeouts to burn, is going to slide down. They'll go ahead and take one here. with less than a minute. How about the end drives here in this one? 7-7 tie, divisional round winner takes on St. Louis in the national championship game. Wilson. And that one falls to the turf. Marcellus Bennett, intended receiver there. Luna, what you doing? The TB Sports mascot, Luna. Who you got going to the championship game? The Lumberjacks or the Wolverines? Wilson finds Vincent Jackson. He's had a really big game today. I almost feel like we have not called his name a lot. Have we in previous Lumberjacks games? Maybe we have. I don't know. So time will tick. They got to hang on to that last timeout. In field goal range. They would love to get the touchdown as part of it. Wilson! Whew, that was almost picked off. The way that ball just floats and hangs up there is a dangerous situation, is it not?
Watch the run, watch the run.
Nothing open, and Wilson's going to take off. Time winding down, and he gets out of bounds. Driven out of bounds by Lenny Lyles, so you got a shot. You got to go quick now. But you got a shot for one quick throw to the end zone. Maybe one more, but, I mean, I don't know. It's Marcellus Bennett, touchdown. And that's a huge drive, and we're going to see how that affects the second half. Think about that extra 7 points that the Lumberjacks just stole. That was clutch. Wershing, extra point, 8-play, 80-yard drive in a minute. I'm going to use Madden 23. Somebody has an Xbox mod roster with all the teams. For college football? That's kind of cool. I want to get some more college football. College football is I've played, and I think I tried to call a fair catch. Madden did not recognize it. Okay, well, you know what? I'll let that be a little teaser. Because we're about to say goodbye to the folks watching on YouTube. But we'll come back. We'll talk college football when we get back. I'm playing off the PS4 here, so I don't have a modded situation. Boy, it's hard to read those stats. It is very glary. All right, guys, that is going to do it for our YouTubers here. We're going to say goodbye to you. Come back, though, for the second half because we're going to determine who is going to the national championship. Come on back. If you're on Patreon or Twitch, stay right where you are. And we'll be back in just a couple of moments.